My name is Jason Hall, and I've never told this story to anyone. There are moments that flip your whole life upside down, and that night became exactly that for me. Amanda and I had been living together for almost 3 years. A small house on the outskirts of Austin, Sunday barbecues, her laughter in the mornings. Everything looked like a normal, peaceful life. But over the last couple of months, something in her began to change. She started leaving earlier, coming back later, constantly glued to her phone. And every time I asked even the simplest question, she got annoyed. "Jason, it's just work. Don't make it a thing." I tried to believe her, until that night when a storm was raging across the city. Rain hammered the windows so hard it sounded like the glass was going to burst. I had almost fallen asleep when the tablet on the kitchen counter lit up. It was synced with her phone. A message popped up on the screen. "Can't wait to see you tonight. C." I stared at that single letter C, like it could explain everything on its own. And inside, something snapped. A minute later, I was already in my car. My old Ford Mustang roared as I slammed the gas. The rain was so heavy, it felt like I was driving through a waterfall. When I pulled up to her office building, I saw her car right away, tucked in the back corner where the security cameras barely reached. That was strange. I went inside. I had a badge. She once insisted I should be able to visit her anytime. Funny how that turned out. I took the elevator to the 4th floor, and before the doors even fully opened, I heard voices. A man's voice. Hers. They were laughing. The sound mixed with the storm outside, but I heard enough to understand everything. I walked down the hallway, leaving wet footprints on the polished floor. I reached the glass conference room, and through the glass, I saw them. Amanda was sitting on the table. The guy was standing between her legs. They were so into each other, they didn't even notice me. I swung the door open so hard it slammed against the wall. Amanda gasped and jumped away. The guy, tall, slicked back hair, expensive shirt, stepped back, staring at me like he was trying to figure out who I was. "Jason? What are you doing here?" Amanda asked, her voice shaking. "No idea, Amanda," I said calmly. "What are you doing?" The guy, Carter, as I later learned, took a step forward like he wanted to say something. I looked him dead in the eyes and said quietly, "Take one more step, and I'll show you how fast you can go through that glass table." He froze, didn't say a word. Amanda started talking fast, trying to explain what couldn't be explained. I wasn't listening. I just looked at her and realized this had been over for a long time. I just refused to see it. I told her only one thing. "You could have been honest. I deserved at least that." Then I turned around and walked out. The storm had almost stopped. I got into my car and sat there for a while, listening to the last drops of rain hitting the roof. For the first time in a long time, everything inside me was quiet. Not painful, just quiet. And looking back now, I realized this story wasn't about her cheating. It was about me finally stopping lying to myself.